Now we have Riley with the tank poem. The M4A1 Sherman medium tank was drafted into the U.S. Army in 1943 and spent almost 3 years fighting in World War II before being sent to a remanufacturing company in 1945. And now it sits, still, silent, stagnant, outside of a movie theater in Washington State where teenagers kiss like they don't know what it's like to miss a loved one you lost to 2 steps too many in a minefield, like they are not standing in front of a machine with a history of hell unfolding beneath its heavy wheels, like they don't notice. The old man with unshed tears crouching in the corner of his eyes like soldiers behind the last barrier between them and a firing enemy. But I do. I can see him, still, silent, standing with shaking hands made of too many memories of shivering shoulders in huddles around makeshift fireplaces. He holds himself up on a cane, back bent over but shoulders held back like a string has been tied to connect him to the sky, and it keeps pulling tighter. I can't imagine what he sees, looking at this remodeled piece of history. Is he peeling back layers of paint, picking at chips in his mind, picturing the rust-colored stains that must be covering the metal beneath it? Does he know? The heart that once pulsed with that rust when it was brighter and lighter and inside of a fighter whose handprint is probably left in dust somewhere inside that tank, whose handprint no one has bothered to question. Is he picturing a doorway lit by lamplight with an odd silhouette in the shape of a box and a cry that's too familiar and too foreign to understand, and outstretched hands and apologies that don't mean anything? Or does he see a mirror, made of many time machines, white hair gone dark, dark eyes gone light, bent back on straight like the road the bus took to boot camp? Does he see bruises and blood, laughing and love letters, smiles and songs sung by voices too low and unharmonized to be more than meaningful memories? And what does he see now? As the crouched soldier tears break through the barrier and barrel down his cheeks as if scared of being brought back to their barricade, and he turns and he sees me. Does he see a teenage girl with unspoken questions peeking from her eyes, or just another person who will stare, unseeing, at this piece of our history? It is attracting a crowd of crude and cruel people who refuse to acknowledge the old man's fists on his cane, and I imagine him imagining, ripping open rib cages like barbed wire fences to find the heart fluttering inside each of us, simply to show everyone that the rust-colored stains residing beneath paint and the blood running in our veins all came from the same place. But he has witnessed endless hearts break, so I know he pictures wrapping the barbed wire carefully back around our rib cages like a lover's last caress, like whispered words in the too loud silence of the morning, in hopes that the barbed wire wrapping ribbons of red around his palms will be like psalms to protect us from a God that was much too harsh on him. God, I just want to tell him thank you. I just want to tell him I'm sorry.